Prospect Spotlight 2. This week, they're fighting this weekend. Justin Mikel Pereira, who's next? Marvin Vettori. We double dipping, okay? We're double dipping this week. Last time we double dipped, we got both of them wrong. Fingers crossed, that's not the same this time. Marvin Vettori, the Italian Stallion, or the Italian Dream. The Italian Dream. I think the Italian Stallion's a much better name, first of all. Fuck all that dream shit, you pat. I'm not going to say that word. Marvin Vettori. That was close. I'm gone full homophobic. I need to regain myself. Marvin Vettori, okay? He's a great fighter. He's 6 feet tall at middleweight. He's on a 1-fight win streak, but, you know, you look at some of his losses. I understand. You lost to Alberto Antonio Carlos Jr., the tough Brazil winner, okay, that's now fighting Uriah Hall on the same card. Fair enough. He's a great fighter. A great fighter. It was a competitive fight as well. A competitive fight. Then he draws with Omari Akhmedov. Fair enough. I don't mind that one either. Israel Adesanya. I don't mind these losses. They're good losses to have when you're a young guy. Let's say he was losing to, I don't know any middleweights, but let's say he was losing to like a Jack Marshman or a John Phillips or one of these schmucks, and they're both from the UK, and that shows you how unbiased I am. I would be a bit worried, but he's losing to legit guys. You know, other than that, he was, something and 1 coming into the UFC. I think like 12 and 1, 11 and 1 coming into the UFC. He's only lost by decision, which I like. It means that his chin isn't taken any much damage so far in his career that we know of. Who knows about training, but in terms of fights, we can guess. You know what I'm saying? He's probably not been KO'd too often. Alright? Comes in here, he's got 8 submission wins. Only 3 fights have gone to a decision, and they've all been losses. I don't mind that, man. I really don't mind that. I think these guys legit, and his last win over Cesar Ferreira. If you guys don't know who Cesar Ferreira is, I mean, yes, he's 13-8, and you look at his record and you say, you know what? This guy shouldn't really be in the UFC. That's what I think when I see a certain type of record. Look into the record at who Marvin Vettori just beat by decision. The guy who's only lost to Ian Heinich. He beat Carl Roberson, who's a beast. He beat Nate Marquardt. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Elias Theodorou, which also surely means you should be, if you're losing to Elias Theodorou, you should be cut there and then. But he beat Jack Hermanson. He beat Anthony Smith. You know what I'm saying? He beat Thiago Santos. He's beaten the who's who. Lost some matchups as well. He lost to Jorge Masvidal. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Vettori, though, I like this guy. And he's taken on Andrew Sanchez, who looks like he could be a relative of Diego Sanchez, if I'm honest with you guys. But, especially in this picture I'm looking at here, I like this guy. 6'1". He's a great fighter himself. He's just on a 2-fight win streak, but before that he was on a 2-fight loss streak. I feel like Marvin Vettori taking this fight on short notice has been good for him. He's staying active. I think he's going to get in there and he's going to TKO this guy in the first round. It's a risky pick. Trust me, it's a risky pick, but I'm going with the youth here. I'm going with the 25-year-old over the 31-year-old. And the 25-year-old has more fights than him. So experience isn't even really a thing here. You know what I'm saying? And also, Marvin Vettori had 2 losses as an amateur. And then he lost his first pro fight. So a lot of his losses are like before he was even ready. And then he goes on a massive streak of destroying everyone. Loses again by decision. Close. Goes on a massive streak of beating everyone. Then faces some tough tests. But recently he's beat Cesar Ferreira. I think that right now he may not be good enough to beat some of the elites. But if he wins over Andrew Sanchez, I definitely think he can go on a bit of a streak at middleweight. And I'm rooting for him. Listen, if you aren't rooting for young talent at middleweight, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You should be rooting for all of the guys at middleweight right now. Because we need young, talented middleweights. The same way we need young, talented light heavyweights as well. You should be on the team of every single one of these young talents coming up, facing these old-timers. And you should be praying that they win. Because we need interest. Middleweight's one of the few divisions where there's not a lot of streaking contenders. I mean, you've got Edmund Shabazian, who's on a streak right now. But other than him, Kevin Holland with 3 questionable decisions that went his way, but arguably shouldn't have gone his way. You know what I'm saying? Now you've got Marvin Vettori, who we could do with going on a bit of a streak as well. Ian Heinich just got shut down by fucking Bunsen. You know what I'm saying? Rough times for middleweight. Fingers crossed, Marvin Vettori gets this one done. I think he can. I like the way he looked against Cesar Ferreira. He looked very technical, Usually he goes forward and he sort of doesn't even use his reach. He likes Stipe Miocic it. He Stipe's it a little bit. Alright? You try saying that. It's fucking difficult. Alright? I'm not just retarded and brain damaged. Stipe's it a little bit and he goes in there and he smothers his work and he sort of crowds his shots. Gives him a bit more power, but it also leaves you open for counters. It leaves you overextended, off balance, ready to be double-legged and taken down. And I think that's what's done Marvin Vettori quite badly recently in his fights. But I think in that last fight against Cesar Vieira, I mean, you couldn't have written a better performance. Just outdone him, out-techniqued him. Stayed at range, picked him apart, knew when to clinch when he needed to. Had a great fight, a real great fight. And I think he's learned, and I think he's finally evolved and taken a new sort of a new branch of his career, and I think we're going to see a technical Marvin Vettori come in there, wait for the right shot. Other than that, pick apart fucking Andrew Sanchez. Short notice does worry me a little bit, but if he's in shape, he only fought recently, so I'm assuming he stayed in shape. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Maybe you know something we don't. Maybe he likes this matchup. If you're taking it on short notice, you've got to have some confidence. See you later. Click that button there. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.